Hello and welcome to this new part of Slay the Princess. Last time we finished our second playthrough.
And got some princesses in our list.
Yes, we essentially have seen all Chapter 2 princesses at least once.
Gotta collect them all.
And now we gotta hunt for the Chapter 3 ones.
Even more.
So let's see how it goes.
So, we gotta decide which Chapter 3 princess we gonna get. I could tell you the Chapter 2 princesses we need to go through, and you tell me which one you wanna do.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the tower, the prisoner,
You make your
the
way
beast,
up the short path.
the adversary, and the damsel. For now.
I think I want to see the tower again.
The tower, okay. Perfect, it's first on my list anyway.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Play the princess.
Okay.
You charge the princess.
I mean, it's the quickest way. I'm just gonna give you the first
Lost the battle.
stuff.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow. We shouldn't have hesitated.
Ooh.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
I always think it's so fun when she beats us up.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Well.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Yeah, she already kind of sounds like the tower.
It's been a
She
while since we
applies
saw
more
the
pressure,
tower.
slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it?
It never is the end.
I'm afraid it is.
Oh no.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yes.
Yes. It's going to kill
Okay,
me
then.
again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met if he doesn't remember what happened. You know I can hear you. What does it matter what he knows?
The
There's
broken.
nothing we can do to...
Proceed.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being
Oh yes, the
annoying.
broken and the contrarian.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge
Keep off my
yourself
way.
to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone.
Oh, we got a
Yourself
new
included.
voice for the tower. We didn't have the broken before, apparently.
True, there's also, I totally forgot about that, but there are two versions of the tower. They're basically the same, I think. Like there's the unaware tower and there's the aware tower. I don't remember which one we got last time, but yeah.
I guess we shall see if she looks any different.
I guess. I'm not sure if she will
I
look
agree.
different
If she's
or if
wrongfully
she will
imprisoned,
just
then
be
we should rescue her, but
Hmm.
if he's telling
different.
the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
Yes.
So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Will be a bit difficult with considering who we have the tower right
That's
now.
what
It's
you
a
want.
bit.
Yes, I don't have a say here.
It looks awesome.
But yeah, this time we have the knife.
Drop it.
So yeah, you can either drop it or tighten your grip. It doesn't matter, it seems.
And I suppose we never really fought her, did we?
No.
As if on command, the blade slips
Okay,
from your
tighten the
grasp.
grip. That makes
It
my
clatters
choices
uselessly
easier.
to the floor. But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? You're really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
I see we have no choice in this matter.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh,
Well-
I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Well, it doesn't seem to matter. I also have like kneel or say no.
Alright, let's try to resist a little.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me?
Yes,
I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you couldn't even scratch me. And yet here you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
I mean, we do not have much choice here.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Okay, so yeah, you can choose either of those three options, really.
Alrighty, then I suppose I'm gonna stick it to the narrator.
Okay.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
She really is quite scary with that face.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Okay, now you have to say I'm not going to help you end the world. You have no other
Okay.
choice.
I'm not going to help you end the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
I see. Perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
Do it.
The needle.
It's what she
Needle.
wants.
It's
No
just a
objections
thorn in
here.
her side.
Narrator, you won't like what happens next.
I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Well.
Yeah,
Well,
you have
You
no
reach
choice.
forward and grasp the blade.
illusion of choice.
Stand.
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad.
Oh, Broken, you are so sad.
Okay, yeah.
Who did we have
Do that.
before?
We were probably going to stand anyway. You can feel a creaking tension between body
Wait.
and will as you slowly rise to your feet.
Slowly.
Like two foes forced into an unhappy
That's
truce.
Seems slow.
Mm-hmm.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Well, we are something quiet, yeah. The long quiet.
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
What?
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Ah.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
What kind of end this?
Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Yeah, sorry, slay yourself.
Oopsie.
No, you can't just slay yourself. You're perfectly healthy and capable, and all you have to do is ignore her and do what has to be done. The blade,
Yeah, sorry,
and the
but
hand
no.
that wields it, remain firmly locked in place until you change your mind and decide to do literally anything else.
Look at you quaking against my will. An ant defying a god. It's pointless to resist. In the end, everything submits to oblivion. But you're not the one resisting me, are you? There's something else in there.
Yeah, can you, like, take him out?
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you?
Yup.
That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
Yeah, put the fear
I
of
don't
God
care
into
what
him.
You are. You're mine.
Oh.
She just fucked him up.
Oh wow, dang.
You bring the blade to your neck. You slice through soft flesh, severing veins and arteries. Your blood flowing freely down your body. It's a painful lesson in obedience, but the pain won't last forever.
That's fun though. Both of them together with red text.
Indeed.
No.
When I see you again, you'll free me from my chains and deliver me to the destiny that lies beyond this place.
We will. I promise.
You're not that much different from the smitten Broughton. It just takes someone strong enough to control you.
Oh, it would seem.
I know you will.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The Apotheosis.
You got what? You know, you see what I had to deal with.
That path. Oh, let me guess. And at the end of the path is a cabin.
Hi, contrarian.
Yay.
Excuse me? Come on, man. We can see it right in front of us. And besides, we've been here like, what, 5 times already?
Yeah.
I think this is
More than that.
3. Who cares? The woods are always the worst part anyway. Nothing ever happens in them.
Well, something can happen.
I care. Every single time you've been here, it means an entire other reality has been damned to oblivion. One reality is already an incalculable loss. And there is a massive difference between 3 and 5.
You should probably be careful, narrator.
Feels like the numbers getting thrown around here are too big not to be abstract. Numbers like 5.
Too big a number.
Numbers like entire realities. At the end of the day, it's all just silly, isn't it? None of us can count to a whole reality, and he's asking us to think about the difference between 3 and 5. You're already starting to lose the thread. Just because you can't personally sum up the contents of an entire reality doesn't mean that the people inhabiting it don't contain moral value. If you have any sense of ethics left in there, if you have any moral compass, please, you have to stop her.
Your idea of moral value and saving is
Don't you get it? Might makes right, and she didn't even have to touch us last time to prove her power.
So what? Just because she made us kill ourselves, we're supposed to submit to her authority without question?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I knew when to surrender to our better. You would have lost eventually anyway, and it would only have made her angry. It would only have made things worse for all of us.
Oh, for the love of... Can you all please just get on with it? You're not making this any easier for yourselves. Do we even have agency right now? We either do what she wants, or we do what he wants. Either way, we're listening to somebody.
Oh, Hero is being smart today.
Please, nothing in life is a binary. Obviously, we find a third choice that nobody wants.
You all talk about choices and freedom, but there is no choice when it comes to the will of a god.
You three are being a very interesting comedy duo, trio.
I'm going to cut you off right there. She is not a god, and the more times you fail, the harder it becomes for you to succeed. But the fact that you're still here means you still have a chance to pull this off. So, princess, dangerous, cabin, slay, now.
She is in fact a god though, dude. Okay, so I suppose I can just choose freely how I like?
I suppose, but you probably shouldn't say something like run away or stay.
Yeah.
You want to go to the
Horrible
cabin.
change is already underway. The ground
I think.
quakes beneath your feet,
Well.
and you feel an unyielding force pulling at you and your surroundings. The trees
she-
start to sway.
Oh, I wonder,
then
is she
crumble,
bigger than the
breaking apart
tower
as
now?
Everything is drawn towards
We
the
shall
cabin.
see.
Even the earth beneath you seems
Please
to
tell me
shift.
she comes
your
bursting
feet
out of
unable
the
to grip
ground now.
solid ground as you're dragged forward along with everything else.
The end of everything. The beginning of something new. The moment we open that door, she will be free.
I am excited to see.
Any words of warning? You already know everything you need to know.
I don't think so.
As you step forward,
What?
the cabin explodes.
Okay.
Flung backwards, violently slammed into a tree as debris rains down around you.
Can we even reach her like this?
Oh, holy.
You watch, paralyzed awe
Holy
and terror
shit.
as the princess emerges, her body unfurling from some vast space as she stands upright to face you.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, little.
The world bows to her. The ruined landscape shifts, trees and stone and the ground itself succumbing to her gravity, orbiting her like a great black hole.
Finally, the little bird has set me free. This is always how it was going to end. And this is always how it was going to begin.
How did we even help?
There's a loud thunk from the tree behind you as something embeds in its shattered bark.
Doesn't even look like a tree anymore.
Blade. It's now or never.
Dude, you want me to fight that? What are we? In the final boss of a JRPG?
Let's see. Okay, you can either take the blade or embrace your new goddess.
Or do something funny? Hey, funny one, didn't you say something about a third option earlier? One that would make everyone unhappy?
I'm not sure if this is gonna do anything to the end though.
I mean, it doesn't
You can
matter,
save
yeah?
and do it. It does matter. I would like to do the No Mercy run.
Can we do that with how we're doing the next?
I have looked up which princesses we can slay.
Alrighty, you really want your all deaths ending, eh?
Yes, I want to see how that ends. It's interesting and one of the harder ones to get, so. You're safe, then you can do that, but you will have to run it back.
Running away?
To where? know, anywhere.
You're all ruining the moment of her ascension. Have you no respect for the divine?
You really are no better than the smitten.
Indeed. Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Then I suppose you want to slay all of them, then we take the blade?
You can take the blade, or you can embrace your new goddess.
Both?
Yes,
But you wanted the slay ending, yeah?
this is one of the choices.
Alrighty, I guess we'll try to fight her to the end.
With a grim determination, you yank the blade from the trunk. Yeah, this feels right. She doesn't get to just smugly stand over us like we don't matter. Let's take her down a peg.
Okay.
You know, with all of these bandages that look like eyes, he reminds me a little bit of the Kishin from Soul Eater.
A little bit.
You're not going to win. You know that, right? What are you going to do with that tiny blade? Give her a scratch?
Even if that's all we manage, I'd rather go down swinging. See how everything's floating around her? I bet we could make it if we just jumped really hard.
What, we gonna do
You
the
gather
shonen
yourself.
protagonist?
Closing your eyes and shutting out the towering vision of the princess. There is only her and you. That's all there ever was.
True.
It's time to face her.
Charge
Into
into...
the oblivion.
Ooh.
You launch yourself towards the princess. The pull of her gravity catches you, carrying you across the ground into the violent swirl of her orbit.
Here comes dishonor.
Yeah,
Show
honestly.
me what you think it takes to end that which is destined to end everything.
I mean... Yeah, that song was written for her.
It's very fitting here.
Yeah.
Don't you see how hopeless this is? She fears nothing.
Yeah, this does feel a little bit like... Yeah, we gotta pull off an Attack on Titan shit here.
Diesen,
Right,
das ist
she
ein
doesn't.
riesiger Jäger.
She has no idea what she's in for. With a heavy thump, you land on her
We're just crawling all over her. Hilly.
It's now or never. We've come this far. Let's take it home.
Carve into her divine heart.
Okay. So we're just gonna...
But her skin is like steel. Though you stab at her again and again, the wounds are superficial, mere etchings in a sprawling surface.
So we just gotta stand on her boobs and try to poke her or what?
I'm not sure
You
if this blade
see,
would even be long enough to
It
pierce her
was
heart.
always pointless. All this has done is bring us close to her.
You aren't even on the right
And
side.
How beautiful it is
Yeah.
to be so close.
It's not pointless, it can't be. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't some hope we could succeed.
How optimistic.
Is that all?
The princess plucks you from her chest, pinching the scruff of your neck delicately between two fingers as she brings you to eye level.
Like a kitty.
Yeah.
I forgive you your transgressions, but my destiny is inescapable.
She thinks she's so much better than us. There has to be something else we can do. We're not going out like this.
Any
I
ideas?
He offered us forgiveness. You would turn down such an incredible gift. You would turn away from her glory for something as petty as pride.
Broken, I'm not exactly agreeing with you though.
I can't wait to see her in the long quiet though. Hurl the blade at her eye.
Oof.
Yes, yes, let's give her something to remember us by. You concentrate your will
Wait.
to a fine point
Pew.
and hurl your blade at the princess's eye.
Bombing shot.
It flies through the night sky
And then nothing. She could never be harmed by...
Oops.
Guess the eye is still a weak spot.
it pierces her cornea.
Ouch.
She howls, recoiling in pain. and you fall from her distracted hand. You hit the ground with a painful thud. She narrowly misses you as she comes crashing down to her knees.
So I've misread you. You are not the willful key that will turn the lock of my liberation. You are an enemy to be smitten by my hand.
The princess holds up her monumental hand, its glowing palm radiating a blinding light. It grows and grows until it's all you can see. And then you erupt, your very soul mere kindling to her light.
Eieiei.
Die Sonne.
Ja. Hellste Stern
Ist der
von
hellste
allen.
Stern von allen. Hier kommt die Sonne.
The inferno incinerates everything that is you. And with it... No, that's not right. Why is it hot? I'm not supposed to be able to feel anything.
Oh.
No. Oh, no,
Guess you're gonna be burn with us, narrator.
Yeah.
You leave me no other choice. Suffer for the crime you have committed against my divine body. Damnation will purify its blood.
What was still here?
There's nothing left to burn, yet still you persist amidst a world unraveled.
It's cold now, and I feel small. I thought I was everything. But I'm no better than you, am I?
We are the same.
Indeed. Oh, so many hands.
A shit ton of hands.
Ooh,
Though I suppose we didn't exactly slay her, did we?
it counts as laying through the list.
Alrighty then.
Same, because this is the first road.
Ooh,
Oh, she's
it's
just ahead.
just
She's too
ahead.
big.
Something finds me in the long quiet.
That is a
Brings me the
little...
gift of a fragile vessel.
a
Interesting.
little scary.
She's too damn big.
Terrifying in divine heart.
Do not mourn her, for she has finally found her light. She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You
You
won't.
won't.
Yeah.
Everything goes dark. Blah blah blah. Okay. What next? The prisoner, the
You're on
beast,
a
the
path in the
adversary, or
and
the
at the end
damsel?
of that path is a cabin.
I mean, you decide.
I decide. Oh boy. I guess let's just go in order then. Let's go do the
You
prisoner,
make your
I
way up
guess.
the short.
Getting the
Prisoner was the first one. Ah yeah, I remember we locked
The
ourselves
interior
in
of
with
the
her.
cabin is almost...
I guess we take the knife. I suppose I will just take the blade, considering that last time I probably didn't.
You take the blade from the table. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Ah, the skeptic, I see. She looks so sad and comic-like.
Right. So you can sit with her or slay the princess. Right, last time we locked ourselves in.
Yeah. And I suppose let's be quick and easy, slay the princess.
Without a moment of hesitation, you charge the princess, your blade primed to deliver a lethal strike.
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
Oh?
As you move to strike the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Oh. Making use of her massive amount of chains, eh?
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Drop it, or you die.
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us. Just listen to her, do what she says. How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Strangulation can be very distracting.
Indeed.
So, do we drop it or slay?
Drop it. Drop it. Down, 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 down. Da, da, da.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
I'm going to pretend for both our sakes that this was a round of make-believe. A trick to get me what I needed to get us out of here.
Okay, and what did you need?
That wasn't a trick. I'd have known if it were a trick. You just didn't have the guts to see things through and save the world. Or maybe we outwitted you. Who's to say?
Who's to say?
But I wouldn't try anything else if I were you. Don't push your luck.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the
I
blade
guess
to her
this
throat.
is how we get the beheaded one.
I suppose so. Girl!
I was about to say, you
can
can't
stay
really
right
cut
where
yourself
you
out
are
of
for
this chain.
next part.
What is she doing?
Huh.
She doesn't say another word, as she cuts into her own neck.
Well, have fun.
I guess that's the first time we see her slay herself. Ha ha.
Or does it only count as a slay if it's a weak point, so to say, like heart or eye?
Oh, and cutting her neck does not count?
Hmm.
I guess that doesn't matter.
And I suppose watch an uneasy silence.
Let's just see what
Her
happens.
eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
How pleasant.
I'll
But
be
for
damned.
what pleasant
She's
sounds.
actually doing your job for you. Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
Yeah, just
You.
yeah, a little.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
Pleasant.
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
I mean, Hero, we didn't do this, but also mood. This is very unsettling.
The princess's eyes stare up at you, dead. Congratulations, you saved the world.
Doubt.
I don't know.
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
The reward of nothing, eternal nothingness, eh?
Yay.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
I understand that.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Yeah, leave the basement and claim your reward.
So I do not take the princess with me?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Fine, but if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it. With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here. The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
Now it's part 2 of being bored to
The
death.
door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows. But if everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward?
That's what you care about right now, hero.
This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Nah.
Hell it is.
Indeed. Well, this feels very similar to when you just in chapter 1
Okay,
go
I
up
guess
and kill her.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades.
Yes, yes.
No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Okay, so depending on your choice, you get a different voice for chapter 3. You wanna choose the voice again, or
Which ones do I have? Which ones are my
Paranoid,
option?
Broken, and Cheated?
They're all not my favorites.
Well, we had Broken last time, so I guess that one gets out.
What do
I
you
would say-
suggest
We
then?
still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
Okay.
Suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Well, yeah, you have to slay yourself now.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yes?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want? I don't have to answer that. That's all we needed to hear. You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
The cage.
Yep.
You're on a path
Oh.
in the wood. Chains everywhere.
Oh, even more
This
chains.
is different. This is new.
It's worse, is what it is.
Indeed.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate.
Oh, right you are, Skeptic, right you are.
You're acting like reality
Yes,
is
of
this
course.
static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do.
Next level in Paranoid.
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
There is a fairy, if I remember right. That makes the spectator just as important as the event that happens.
By the way, we already have the blade, I just noticed.
Oh yeah. Chapter 3s are always a bit different.
Indeed. They can be interesting.
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction, since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Oh, but we can be sacrificed.
Now, of course, we can be sacrificed over and over and over again. Just so he can have his immortality. Oh!
Proceed to the cabin.
Yeah,
You can't toss the blade.
Yeah. Should we talk about
Sorry.
how we still have the blade? We never started with the blade before.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed. Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us.
Oi, oi, oi.
Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object. Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin.
Your script?
Oh well.
I was about to
suppose
say
that
he has a
doesn't
script.
make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Oh,
Hmm.
I can just say, select proceeding to the cabin. You can toss the blade.
Okay.
You stand at the edge of the
Ugh.
cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The
Well,
cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
I
well,
would not trust that bridge.
no, though I suppose considering the chains, you would probably make it to the other side. Slowly.
If you don't topple over it.
Yeah, I would
Oh,
not
okay,
stand on
balance.
it. I would
I would
use it as
fall.
I would use it as a ladder.
Mhm.
It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her. There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Why? What's the problem?
The missus.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains.
Hmm.
The air filled with the
Hey.
mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world.
Well, a part of me hopes that this was drawn with a chain brush, but if I look at it closely, it probably wasn't.
Is there something like a chain brush?
Yeah, absolutely
nice.
is. There's a brush
Uh-huh.
for everything, you know?
I really need to get some more brushes.
Hmm.
There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits.
Huh, is this gonna be like the fawn, just with chains instead of fawns?
I guess we shall see.
And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror. What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
Yes, yes.
Clearly serves some purpose,
Uh-huh.
but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind? Or is it a distraction? Something meant to confuse us? Can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy.
Yes,
You
yes.
step
Let's
out
go
onto
to
the
her.
Or what should have been a floor. Should have
I
been.
would be afraid to stumble over them.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Well, be careful not to accidentally hang yourself on the chains.
Like the villain in Tarzan.
Yes.
Nothing's solid here.
Oh,
as it is
those
just a
things have
shifting
blades.
mass
Angler
waiting
hooks.
for us to drop our guard. Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle.
Yeah.
You find yourself suspended
Oh.
in what appears to be a vast,
Ew.
dark space.
Mm.
The glinting of yet more chains merely
Yeah.
hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor.
Well, this is quite a scene setting.
If the
have
princess
to
lives
blade, though.
here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Dude, really?
Still have the blade though.
You still have the blade somehow.
As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Sounds good.
you have to
Hello?
buy-
Met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real?
Let's not even think about that.
They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking. Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them.
It's worth a try.
Chains. Well, try to cut yourself free.
Okay.
You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right?
Yeah, what he said. It slices through.
Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that ever work? It just does?
It doesn't.
Of course not.
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it.
Do you now believe in the power of believing in yourself?
Interesting
They're
coming
metal
from a
chains,
paranoid.
and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere. You should believe it because you should. We don't have anything better to do.
That is true, though.
Maybe they're rusty. He did say they were rusty, didn't he?
I don't know.
He did, didn't he? Alright, I'm game. We cut again.
Bring
Okay.
your blade against the chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal.
Really?
Its hook
Whoa.
remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the massive chains, free from the princess's bindings.
I mean, this isn't the first time
Oh,
that
yeah,
believing
look at
has
that.
helped us.
True that. I mean, I think, I don't know, was it Paranoid or Broken who kept us alive just with the power of beatboxing or organs?
Beatboxing or organs. I think it was paranoid. I was actually thinking of how things with the damsel turned out, but
Oh yeah.
okay. Just magically open the door and stuff.
That worked.
Apparently.
And why shouldn't the rest be the same then?
Never underestimate believing.
Before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves,
He has no head,
the
does
heavy
she?
chains shift,
I don't
tightening and
see a
tearing at
head.
Your flesh, your
Oh, I
joints
think she's-
screaming in agony
She has
as
a
the
head in her
rusted hooks
hands.
dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
Oh boy.
As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows.
She is dragging her head in the birdcage.
In the cage.
The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person.
What would you call the head then? The real princess or the head of the princess?
Mm-hmm.
Who is
Which
more
is the
princess?
real her?
Yeah, which is more princess, her body or her head?
It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Ooh.
Just keep going. She's a head in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom.
Keep cutting.
Alrighty then.
Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain. Isn't that right?
Shouldn't you...
Don't you have a chain around your neck?
Yeah, that was what
You do
I
that
was
one next?
thinking. Shouldn't you do that one next?
Oh, we really are gonna end up like the villain in Tarzan.
You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
Just do it.
But is that what happens? Do the links break?
Yes. Luckily for you, they were too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other arm breaks free. The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
Alrighty, do we have the right priorities this time?
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what
Hmm?
do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
Oh, she has no control over her body?
Okay.
She won't kill us if we just keep cutting. We just have to get our neck free.
Well, cut yourself free.
Alrighty.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chains strangling your neck.
Why do I see blood? Ah,
Probably from the arm.
yeah,
Her
probably.
arms were pierced.
I mean, it would have been funny if in our effort to sever the chain from her neck, we saw it through her own neck like she did.
Whoopsie!
A little bit of circling.
Look at you
Guess we're
scurry,
both headless now.
as if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward as the first links break, but the pressure on your neck is becoming unbearable.
Hmm.
Come on, come on, come on.
Really should have taken care of that first.
You give me your implement.
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come crashing down.
Ooh.
Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement.
I mean, we kinda did.
Yeah? What of it?
This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now.
Well, I guess you don't have a choice.
Apparently not. Ah, the pieces fall into place. For every permutation there's a pattern, and when the pattern is learned, the illusion dissolves. But was the pattern always there, or were you the one who wrote it in the sand? The writers must follow their own script. Interesting way of providing narrative? Well, yeah.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess. Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart. Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
Huh.
I cut myself free.
The body collapses to its knees, and as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out. Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her perish.
And he fucked off.
Huh.
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
Is she just gonna be a head now again, or what?
We did it. We figured it out. We won.
Why
guess.
don't I feel like it means anything? I just
I mean,
feel
it doesn't.
bad. It's not much of a victory, is it?
Well, I suppose we put an end to this cycle.
I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.
Well, well.
You do not get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Should I be mean to them or friendly?
Be mean just in case we don't get the No Mercy run again. At least we get somewhat of a different ending.
Okay. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more. Can't even trust ourselves.
Oh. There's the cage on her head.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Interesting.
Any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart. Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be.
The way the hands are holding onto the chains. It's even more like puppeteering than usual.
True. Enter the basement.
Alrighty, this time we don't do the blade thingy.
Apparently not. Lay the princess.
Ouchie.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back.
Lay the princess.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair
Adversary
share of damage as well.
or the
Your blade having-
wild?
We did 2 now, right? Okay, then give up.
Are you serious?
Mhm.
As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out.
Yeah, definitely one of the cats.
We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
This is the end of this. We don't want to continue this anymore. Bye. The beast.
Yep, we're
You're
back
on
with
a
the beast.
path in
La-di-da. Proceed to the cabin.
a warning.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and this time I shouldn't dawdle. Or else we're gonna be eaten again.
The interior of the cabin is ruined.
Take the blade.
You take the...
Move.
Move.
You lunge
Wah.
picking a direction
Wah.
on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Jump scares now.
In an instant, she's pounced on
Oh.
the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor.
We've never
behind
actually
her.
seen her like that, have we?
Yeah, no, we kinda died very quickly.
Yeah, I guess she did devour us immediately, didn't she? Well, that's
Before
nice
you
to
can
actually
blink,
see her
she's
for
gone,
once.
vanishing once more into the shadows. But but you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs.
Yeah.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole, and
Oh,
I
I can,
will
like,
get
go
what
where
I
you do that.
want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants, just slay her.
Is that all the advice you have?
Hmm.
We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
She's some kind of lion creature?
She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
No.
Just.
She's clearly not.
Why do you want to kill
Why
me?
does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
Ah, yeah, hunted.
Ah,
I
you
didn't
have
say
done
I
it.
wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse.
Yeah, war.
Goodness.
What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen.
She's coiling for another strike.
Be somewhere else.
We're on the back foot.
The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive.
It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Okay, wait for her to strike and hit her back.
Okay.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive.
If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk.
That is true, though.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten her grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you.
That must have been very interesting to record.
You're sent sprawling, and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness.
Ha! Look at that! We wounded her.
And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
Do you want a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught.
That scream sure is incredibly uncomfortable to listen to.
Indeed.
By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Well, we're not dead, we're...
But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark.
And you die.
Okay.
The den.
Then.
You're on a path in the wood.
Yeah, we are. And this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
Hi, stubborn.
You could have also gotten the skeptic, but we just had that one, so I thought, let's go with the stubborn.
Alrighty.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you.
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Oh, narrator, you have no idea about what situation you've orchestrated here, considering that you think it's a one and done deal.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And how do you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Ay. It's the usual.
It's always the usual.
You make your way down to the cabin.
Hey.
Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do. So, we need a plan.
We've already been over the plan.
I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
I mean, it is in many video games. Just button mash until it's dead. There. A fine strategy.
It's a better plan than you had last time.
I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing.
Proceed.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Is no one going to mention the mirror? What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement.
Same shit as always.
It's tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
This mirror really doesn't fit in here. Okay, take the blade.
Take the blade.
Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. One step closer to ending this.
Alrighty.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
I mean,
Any option.
yeah.
Reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own.
I suppose.
You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I wonder what she's gonna look like now. More lion-like?
As you crawl
I don't
forward
know.
on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
We should talk.
Princess leaves your remark unanswered. See? She knows. We have to be like her. Focused, present, patient.
We're past the point of words anyway. This is a conversation that can only be had with hard steel and sharp teeth.
Sure.
You put the voices to the back of your mind and proceed down the stairs. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Do you know?
Step into the shadows, ready to fight.
Okay.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows.
She has wings now.
She had wings before, just not as big as now.
Chimera.
Indeed.
You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment. See, I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
She's even longer than before.
She has a second pair of legs.
And now she has 3 horns.
Oh.
Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear wreathed in fury. And beneath it all lurks something far more primal.
She looks so
Hunger.
sad.
Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How unseemly. I'd like to see her try.
Of course you
I
would.
guess she can't even talk anymore, huh?
The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity there is the clumsiness of doubt, a chaotic dance between impulse and restraint. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your confidence. And yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate. And then you start to lose ground. While your body slows, hers quickens, her wounds mending as she licks the blood of her prey from her dripping maw.
So she really can devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up.
Very interesting picture.
Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit.
We die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct. She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you see it. Your opening.
Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
Take the opening and strike at her heart.
Okay.
You hurl yourself towards the princess, your movement too quick, too bold for her to intercept. You bury your blade deep in her chest.
There's so much fur.
And yet she still has her dress.
I suppose.
Yes, yes, we're going out in a blaze of glory.
Nature doesn't have glory. This is just death. She howls in pain, retaliating with claws and teeth, desperately tearing, trying to devour you to make herself whole once again. Chunks of your flesh are torn away, feathers and blood and bits of gore splattering to the ground. But your work is already done. No sating of her ravenous hunger will be enough to mend her now. Though her flesh begins to seal itself around you, she cannot remove your blade from her heart.
Oi, oi, oi.
You and the princess collapse to the floor together, your bodies fused, entwined in a bloody mass of limbs and teeth.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
As the two of you fade, a new emotion creeps into the princess's eyes. Something akin to shame. What have we done? They ask.
A fight to the death?
I guess that's it. At least we saved the world. Right?
Oh.
Very Nya face, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
He's gone. Everything is gone, except her and us.
It doesn't matter. We won.
The princess eyes speak again. I'm cold. I don't want to be a cold.
There she goes.
But you don't get the opportunity to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Oh, that's but there. That's interesting now.
Long.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new.
It's
and to look
big.
away is to reshape them yet again.
Yep.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is consumed by instinct, a dancer moving to the rhythm of the flesh. She will make for a ravenous heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice.
I see. That's new dialogue.
Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
No more.
Then let's go
I
back.
will be here when it is time for us.
A hungry heart.
Then we shall pursue more chapter 3s next time. Until then, bye bye.
Bye.